So let's jump into the Roman numbers. Roman numbers are expressed with the help of certain alphabets, that is I, V, X, L, C, D and M. They represent certain numbers. For example, a single I, it will represent 1, V will represent 5, X will represent 10, L will represent 50 and C stands for 100 and D is for 500 and M is for 1000. It will be better if we understand the rules, that what are the rules related to the Roman numbers. I, X, C, M, these are these alphabets, they are used only twice or maybe thrice. They can be used more than 3 times to express any numbers. For example, if you have to write 2, then you can write twice I, or maybe 3, then 3 times I, or maybe 20, 2 times X, and 30 if you have to write, then you have to use 3 times X. And if you write 200, then double C, and if you have to write 300, then triple C. Okay, it's not possible like again double M for 2000. Okay, now second rule is smaller the number, you have to use the right of the greater number, then it will be added. Now let us see. Here I have written 6, that is V and I, and here X, V is 15 and CX equals to 110, and then here we can understand it again with X and C is 90 and CM equals to 900. You can pause the video and understand why I have written this. It is being added, that is why, because it is in the greater side. Okay, now let us come to the third rule, that I, X, C, they are if they are written on the left hand side of the greater number, then it will be always subtracted. Again we can we can understand it with the help of few examples. See here, if I write 4, so it will be what? I and V, it is like 5 minus 1 equals to 4, and again XL for 40, XC for 90, and then we can take some. Okay, now let us understand this. What is the fourth rule? The fourth rule is that if I is being used, then I can be only placed before V or X only once. See here, if I write 10, then 10 that is X can be used before L or C only once. Okay, and C, it can be used only before D or M only once. Have a look at this. I have jotted down the numbers from 1 to 60 and written the Roman formats of same, so you can pause the video and practice them. These are quite easy. And for some other examples I have mentioned here, like C is 100, double C is 200 and all. Please pause the video and practice it yourself, and take a note of some random numbers and try to form the Roman numbers of the same. For example, here M, the last number you see here, like M, C, M, X, X and II, it represents 1922. Now a small information I would like to tell: whenever there is one bar above any alphabet used in this Roman number, it represents the 1000 times of that number. For example, the bar D here represents 500 into 1000. Thank you so much. Keep smiling.